Hello, it's teddygaming. Welcome back to another review on the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles TMNT, the Salmon Adventures, issue number 13. And god, wow, this issue, I love it so much because the other turtles are in here, mainly 2003 Turtles, and oh my god, wow. But at the same time, with just how they did it in terms of it wasn't the actual Turtles, it was Creepy Eddie. Yeah. Okay, let's get into this one. Okay, so this one, we do get to see the Turtles. They're there, in this arena now, with other Turtles, and with this bit here, there's not really too much I can really say other than just talking to Mr. Ogg, and Mr. Ogg says, yeah, you gotta do this, and then just zaps them all away into different arenas. And we do get to see each turtle, like, go with, like, a different turtle in a different, like, a arena, which I did enjoy because it was, like, quite nice to see, like, the turtles in different areas with different turtles. So, yeah, I'll probably break this down, like, one by one because that might be the easiest way to describe all. So the first one I'm going to talk about is Leo and Jenika. Now, with this one, I was really looking forward to this one because Jenika hasn't interacted with any other version of the Turtles before, so this was like a really nice way to see how she would interact with Turtles. Unfortunately, it wasn't technically her, but either way, we still got to see her fight Leo, and I enjoyed how they were interacting with how Leo was like saying, oh yeah, oh no, we don't use our weapons to hurt anyone, and Jenika's over there just trying to kill him. And I think this really goes to show just how, like, I don't want to say bad that 87 Turtles are, but just how they're not really like any other version of the Turtles. I think that the closest you can really describe them is to, like, Rise, but it just makes me just wonder so many things. And then, like, even seeing, like, stuff like this, even with, like, Jenika versus Leo or any other Turtles in this one fighting, like, the 87 Turtles, I think it goes to show just how, like, incompetent these Turtles are. And I know that a lot of people do complain that, like, Turtles Forever and 2012 Show did mock the 87 Turtles for not being as good as them or something like this, but I think when you had them, like, with these Turtles, or, like the other Turtles, I think it just goes to show that, like, you know, it's not really making fun of them, it's just more just, like, presenting the reality that these Turtles aren't, like, as good as the other ones. And yeah, I don't know how people are going to take all of this, because I know people are going to complain about the whole Turtles not being the real ones and all, but with this whole interaction with Leo and Jenika, I feel like it may change some people's minds and how, like, they do perceive the, like, Turtles Forever movie and Turtles and, like, transdimensional crossover and the Want to Be Rocksteady one, because I know people do complain about that, but looking at this interaction here, I think it just goes to show for, like, it wasn't really mocking, it was just more just, you know, putting them here with the other Turtles and just, but they're completely different. So yeah, I like it because I think it might show some people now. So that's great. Now, next one is Raph and Mirage Leo, which, yeah, so one thing which I don't want to say throughout this whole issue is that the other Turtles dialogues, they do feel very weird, and I think it does help with the fact that these aren't really the Turtles from the, like, each universe, because they do all sound like not really them, if that makes sense, as if, like, they're not really, like, speaking, if that makes sense, because, like, Mirage has a unique way of speaking, which when you look at the, like, how he was speaking in the Mirage comics, it doesn't speak like that, and with, like, some of the stuff which Trust and Free Dontel was saying, it doesn't really feel like it was them, but knowing that it's Creepy Eddie, it makes sense, but just a little bit annoying. But either way, we do get to see Raph vs. Leo in, and we do get to see them fighting in the land with dinosaurs, volcanoes. It was a really nice and unique setting, which I'd like to see them go back to, especially in this universe, considering that they haven't done anything like the story where they go back to, like, dinosaur period to fight Devontae Romero. So if this is the closest we're going to get to it, then yeah, I'll take it. But yeah, with this fight, there's not really too much to it other than just they're there, and Leo speaks weird. Okay, now the Donnie fight, which, this one was the one which I was looking forward to the most because it's 2003 Donatello. Oh my god, wow. And with this one, I mean, I was a little bit disappointed by this one because in the end, they just sort of go, yeah, no, we can't win we can't win the fight. Like, we're both smart as each other, and I really don't think that's true. Because the whole time I was thinking, while reading this one, was the fight between 2003 Donatello and Dark Donatello. It just reminded me a lot of that kind of fight, and seeing it here that he couldn't overthink 87 Donnie or something like that, it did seem weird, but at the same time, in line with the 87 tells and all, I don't know, it fit the story, but annoying because it's 2003 Donnie should have won. Now for the last bit, which wasn't really much of a fight, we do get to see the two Mikeys. They sort of team up. They're in this weird cybernetic world. It was giving me a lot of vibes from Future Toys Planet, and with their fight, they don't actually fight. They go off to have pizza, and that's basically when it's revealed that all the souls aren't really real, and Raph shows up and just punches Mikey through the different panels and arenas, which was cool. And one thing we should do, I can't tell if I like it or I dislike it, because each turtle at least have quite a few lines of dialogue. And when I was interviewing Eric Bunham, he did mention that Raph will be saying hot soup, and I enjoyed it with him just showing up and punching Mikey. But I was not expecting that to be his only line of dialogue, so I can't tell if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but yeah, it's a thing that happened. And then that's when it's revealed in the story that Creepy Eddie was here, manifesting all these other turtles as dreams. I don't understand how, just because he's interacting with all of them, and it's not really a dream because they're awake, and they haven't met these other turtles yet in this universe, so many questions about all of this in terms of just how it's all possible and stuff like that. And I do also feel that Creepy Eddie was somewhat a bit unnecessary in the story. He just shows up and just feels just so unnecessary. I feel because Mr. Og with his powers, I don't know the character fully all too well, so I may be completely wrong here, and I probably am. But I feel with all the powers which he has shown in the comics, with him creating a whole world with just Mr. Og and stuff like that, I feel he has the power to just create the tools out of thin air and stuff like that. And I just feel Creepy Eddie was cool to include, but I just felt very unnecessary. And then even with the whole reveal that it was these souls were just not really there, it helps in terms of the fact that these souls don't really feel like themselves with the dialogue and stuff like that. It helps in that front, but at the same time, it's disappointing just because I really wanted to see 2003 Donnie properly back, and well, unfortunately he's not. But yeah, and then for the last page, which I was really surprised and impressed by, we do get to see loads of other villains turn up. And in this page, we do get to see loads of characters from the SM show, some characters which haven't shown up yet, and we do get to see a character called the Rat Queen, which is supposed to be showing up in the next few issues. So yeah, that's really cool and amazing. And I was really surprised by this page in particular, just because this page looked a little bit different to the other pages. This page felt like it was actually drawn in the art style of the 87 universe, compared to the other ones which was drawn by Sarah Meyer, and it looked like Sarah Meyer's art style, which was really great. But the other page, the last page, looks different, and I can't explain how or why, but it may be the colours, maybe. But yeah, I mean, overall, this whole story was just a lot of fun to read. Just seeing the different Turtles interacting, it was really great. The dialogue in the whole thing with the Turtles not being really them was annoying, but I think it somewhat makes sense and stuff like that. But yeah, and then also with the art style for this one, because Sarah Meyer was drawing this one, I was quite curious to see how all the different art styles would interact with the other ones. And I was pleasantly surprised by this one. I really enjoyed how Sarah Meyer drew Jenika. It was really giving me 2003 kind of vibes, but cartoony, but somewhat realistic in a way. I don't know how to really explain it, but I really enjoyed how Jenika was drew. And I also really enjoyed how 2003 Donnie, he looks like 2003 Donnie, but he finally has more expressions. And that's really great, compared to the whole 2003 show where he doesn't really express that too much, so it's really great to have him like really expressing here. Rise Raph was really good. I really liked how he was drawn in the art style of the Rise Timothy stuff. 2012 Mikey was, yeah, he was okay. I mean, I feel like Jeremiah is probably the only one who's actually attempted to draw the turtles in a 3D kind of way, compared to most other artists where it seems like they're drawing the turtles in a 2D kind of way, but it seems like with Jeremiah they are drawing like Mikey in a 3D kind of way. So I do like the attempt there. It may not have worked all too well, but I like the attempt. Yeah. Let me know in the comment section below, what do you think about this issue? Do you like it? Do you not? And, yeah. That's it for today, guys. If it doesn't, please share. Let's just grab on stuff. Goodbye. Yo. Bye.